Hello guys and welcome to another World of Warcraft video. So I just got home from work and noticed that the new post from Blizzard was up regarding the February trading post items. There's quite a few things to have a quick, very brief look at. I'm briefly going to tell you which ones we get, but before we do that, let's just start off by saying that this is the 1 year anniversary for the trading post, and Blizzard has sort of offered something special for that. So there's two very cheap items, being the Mannequin's Charm toy, which turns you into a mannequin, and the X-53 rocket, which was acquirable through the Recruiter Friend, I believe, quite a bit of time ago. It was replaced by the new Recruiter Friend model somewhere also quite some years ago, and the X-53 rocket became unobtainable because of that. Next to that, there's an extra 500 Trader's Tender in it for everyone, so you've got a bit more room to spend this time. So let's just go and take a quick look at what we'll get, because there's quite a bit. As you can see, so first thing off is the Mannequin Charm. It only costs 10 Trader's Tender, so I think it's an easy buy for pretty much everyone. It's an extra toy to get. Pretty cool. The mannequins are a bit creepy though, in my opinion. But yeah, they look cool nonetheless. It's a weird combination of creepy and cool at the same time. I don't know how to describe it better than that. Then up next we have the X-53 Touring Rocket, 2-person flying passenger mount. It costs 100 Trader's Tender. Pretty easy, right? I think this is a no-brainer. This is something I'll buy at least. Then we have a couple of pets and amount, I see. But let's just take a look at the pets first. So these are two bug pets. One costs 250 Trader's Tender, being Nell, and the other one costs 350 Trader's Tender, being Bugsy. One is red, one is pink. They appear to have some hearts on their back. I didn't even notice that at first, but who knows? Maybe these will be one of the ones I freeze. I usually freeze the companions, as I don't really spend a whole lot of time in acquiring them, but you know, you'll never know. And then we have the Friendship Fox. Well, that's an easy buy for me because I usually save up my tender specifically for mounts, even if I won't end up using them. This is the mount that was data mined as part of the 10.2.5 release. And I believe there's other color variations of this exact mount as well, but I guess we'll see those at a later point. Yep, easy buy for me. Then we have quite a few bits of transmog, starting off with the Duelist Rosy Shoulder Cape, which, well, it almost looks like it's, what's it called again? A curtain. And they are actually pretty cool. I like the clasps that are on there as well. Only 75 Trader's Tender, so who knows, maybe I'll sort of deviate from my usual way of buying things and spend something on a transmog. I'm just not a big fan of the color. But, you know, it's pink, and there's going to be a lot of pink, considering the Love is in the Air theme of this month. Up next we have the Fanciful Corsage, which I think is a wrist. I can't properly see it on this. Oh, well, it says a wrist as well. And it's like a flower, a bouquet that you get on your hand, sort of reminiscent of weddings and whatnot. And there's two more variations, apparently. So we have the Gothic Corsage and the Rosy Corsage, which are all 100 Trader's Tender. If that's something you're willing to buy or heavily into RP, this might be something for you. Then we have a bouquet, which is a bit Revan the Red themed honestly, because of the red anima glowing crap. Also 100 Trader's Tender, an offhand. It looks pretty cool. Could be suitable for RP once again. Then we have an ensemble, which is the Vagabond's Rosy Threads. I'm not sure what of this is actually part of the actual ensemble and what isn't. I believe of course, naturally the head and the cloak are. I should really learn to read, because it actually says here, item type, head and cloak. So yeah, it's the head and the cloak. 100 Trader's Tender. Could fit RP, maybe. Then we have another ensemble, and once again a head and a cloak. The head appears to be nothing really, maybe like a scarf, if you will. Also 100 Trader's Tender, and I think that was actually part of February last year as well. I'm not sure though. I don't recall the transmogs that well, but who knows. Then we've got the magenta Masquerade gloves, which are, well, full arm gloves. I don't think I've seen any of those before. They are quite intensely pink though. So if this is your cup of tea, you'll probably like these and buy them straight away. Another 100 Trader's Tender. Then we have a tabard, which it's a bit unique because it has sort of like this divide in the bottom area of the tabard. Maybe cool. I don't really use tabards myself, so I will not be buying this, but on 100 trader standard as well. Then we have the Trader's Rosy Sarong, which is, well, pretty much what it says it is. It's pink. It's a sarong. Fun. 100 trader standard. Then we have the Gossamer Magenta Gown, which is a complete dress. 150 trader standard. It's a chest item, of course, but you know, it goes all the way down. Yeah, it could be cool for RP. Maybe a slot mug, if I'm honest, because there's quite a bit of skin showing, especially in comparison to the sets that Bliss releases nowadays. Anyways, yep. Then we have the Blade Master's Crimson Stones. Now, I actually like that. I know it's a Blade Master sort of neck, but it also reminds me of Thrall's necks, famously called Thrall's balls. And it only costs 200 Trader Standard, which I will not be buying because I don't spend my Trader Standard on transmogs. Then we have the Crown of the White Rose, which is pretty much exactly what it says it is. It's a crown, it has white roses on it. 250 Trader Standard. Then we have a bow, and I will definitely not be getting that. I mean, I've got loads of these sort of extended cloak things in my transmog nowadays, and I don't really use them. I'm not sure why, I just don't feel like they fit whatever it is that I'm wearing. 250 Trader Standard for those of you who disagree with me and want to get it. I don't see why you wouldn't. And then we have this pretty cool one. It's a set, so the Battle Raps of the Honored Valajar. I believe, but I'm not entirely sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a recolor of the Trial of Valor set that you could get through the quest chain that you have to do for Odin. I believe you have to acquire 1000 of something by killing the bosses in the Trial of Valor, and once you reach that point, you'll be able to get the original version of this set. It looks pretty cool though. I'm not really a fan of the head, but maybe that's just because it's on a Night Elf skeleton. Maybe it fits the human better than I am, but I tend to just stick with the transmog that I have at the moment, which is the old Judgment set. Anyways, for those of you who want to get it, it's a full transmog set, so every single item, it's an entire set, and it only costs 600 Trader Standard. Maybe that's, who knows, maybe that's actually the one I'll spend my 500 extra on, with 100 remaining. So those were the armor transmogs. Then heading over to the weapon transmogs, we've got... I actually like the look at this one. The Lost Crusaders Amethyst Battle Axe. Oh, it's only a one-hander. I thought it was a two-hander, but I guess I was wrong. It's 200 Trader Standard. Pretty cool. It's pink, again, if it's the theme. So, yeah, if you want to get that, get it. Then we have the Love's Bulwark, which is a shield. It's a heart in a heart. Another 200 Trader Standard. Then we have two wands, the Love Witch Rosy Wand and the Twilight Witch's Gothic Scepter. They remind me of an anime, and that anime is Sailor Moon. That's actually quite thematic. I think a lot of people will be getting it purely for the sake of that. So they're only 200 Trader Standard, which I think is not that expensive for a weapon transmog. Same applies to the first two we had before, but you know, that could fit some themes, some sets maybe. Then we have, we've got stave versions of these as well. So the Love Witch, which is Rosy Stave, and the Twilight, which is Gothic Stave. Both are 250 Trader Standard, and I can see a warrior dual wielding them. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Combine that with one of the sort of the what should you call it, like all the lovey-dovey crap here, and you've got a full warrior Love is in the Air mog with two staves to beat the Love is in the Air into everybody. Okay, yeah, that can happen. Anyways, the Fluorescent Split Blade, 250 Trader's Tender. It appears to be a bit of a sword within a sword if I look at it correctly, but it also appears to be not that high res. But maybe it won't look like that in game, but I can count the pixels in some area, which I don't think is all that great, so I will not be spending this despite it being the only two-hander. Or are there more? No, it's only that. So this is the only two-hander mog. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll take my risks in that. I'll just have a look at it once it's in the actual trading post in the game, being tomorrow. Then we've got 2 bows. Oh, there's more weapons, so I was a bit early there. Okay, there's 2 bows. First, the lovely rosy longbow and the lovely gothic longbow, which are essentially the same, but a gold and white colored one and a black and grey colored one. I think the Hunter Love is a bit deserved. These look quite cool. I wouldn't even realize they were actually part of the Love is in the Air one, you know, apart from the fact that there's a big heart in the middle, but they don't really stand out as much as some of the other mocks that are here. But yeah, I don't mind this at all. It looks pretty cool. Both are 300 traders tender, which is, well, a bit more expensive than the other ones, but if you want to spend it, go and get it. And then we have, I said 300 trader standard was expensive, but we've got 2 items, which I also seem to recollect being as part of the trading post before. I just can't remember when. The Ruby Fellfire Bulwark and Split Blade. So a shield and a one-handed sword. Both are 400 trader standard. Worth it? Maybe. I think it looks pretty cool though. I main red, so I will not be using this a whole lot. So maybe I'll sort of save it and just spend it on other things instead. And the bonus reward is the Love Witch's Attire. Okay, so we've got another transmog set as a bonus reward. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that. I sort of feel like they should be mounts. And they did that a lot at the start, and then they just sort of stopped doing it. I'm not sure why, but you know, there's probably like a niche group of people who like this sort of stuff, and it does fit a certain theme. I'm sure you can do some RP with it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'll be collecting it, of course, because I need to tender for the other items, but I don't think I'll ever use it. But hey, to each their own. That's why the world is beautiful. So what will I be getting then? Well, I think it's just the mounts. Maybe the Battle Raps of the Haunted Valajar, but I will be getting just the mounts and the special items. So the Friendship Fox, the Touring Rocket, and a Mannequin Charmin. Who knows, maybe I'll just save up the tender for future usage. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy getting all your traders tender. Some of you maybe already tomorrow and buying everything that you want to buy. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you the next time, and bye bye.